the huts and villages of half the globe, struggling to break the bonds of mass misery, we pledge our best efforts to help them help themselves for whatever period is required, not because the communists may be doing it, not because we seek their votes, but because it is right. If a free society cannot help the many who are poor, it cannot save the few who are rich. To our sister republics, south of our border, we offer a special pledge to convert our good words into good deeds, in a new alliance for progress, to assist free men and free governments in casting off the chains of poverty. But this peaceful revolution of hope cannot become the prey of hostile powers. Let all our neighbors know that we shall join with them to oppose aggression or subversion anywhere in the Americas. And let every other power know that this hemisphere intends to remain the master of its own house. To that World Assembly of Sovereign States, the United Nations, our last best hope, in an age where the instruments of war have far outpaced the instruments of peace, we renew our pledge of support to prevent it from becoming merely a forum for invective, to strengthen its shield of the new and the weak, and to enlarge the area in which its writ may run. Finally, to those nations who would make themselves our adversary, we offer not a pledge, but a request that both sides begin anew the quest for peace. Before the dark powers of destruction, unleashed by science, engulf all humanity in planned or accidental self-destruction. We dare not tempt them with weakness, for only when our arms are sufficient beyond doubt can we be certain beyond doubt that they will never be employed. But neither can two great and powerful groups of nations take comfort from our present course, both sides overburdened by the cost of modern weapons, both rightly alarmed by the steady spread of the deadly atom, yet both racing to alter that uncertain balance of terror that stays the hand of mankind's final war. So let us begin anew, remembering on both sides that civility is not a sign of weakness, and sincerity is always subject to proof. Let us never negotiate out of fear, but let us never fear to negotiate. Let both sides explore what problems unite us, instead of belaboring those problems which divide us. Let both sides, for the first time, formulate serious and precise proposals for the inspection and control of arms, and bring the absolute power to destroy other nations under the absolute control of all nations. Let both sides seek to invoke the wonders of science instead of its terrors. Together, let us explore the stars, conquer the desert, eradicate disease, tap the ocean depths, and encourage the arts and commerce. Let both sides unite to heed in all corners of the earth the command of Isaiah to undo the heavy burden and let the oppressed go free. And if a beachhead of cooperation, may push back the jungle of suspicion, let both sides join in creating a new endeavor, not a new balance of power, but a new world of law, where the strong are just and the weak secure and the peace preserved. All this will not be finished in the first 100 days, nor will it be finished in the first 1,000 days, nor in the life of this administration, nor even perhaps in our lifetime on this planet. But let us begin. In your hands, my fellow citizens, more than mine, will rest the final success or failure of our cause. Since this country was founded, each generation of Americans has been summoned to give testimony to its national loyalty. The graves of young Americans who answered the call to service surround the globe. Now the trumpet summons us again, not as a call to bear arms, though arms we need, not as a call to battle, though in battle we are, but a call to bear the burden of a long twilight struggle, year in and year out, rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, a struggle against the common enemies of man, tyranny, poverty, disease, and war itself. Can we forge against these enemies a grand and global alliance, north and south, east and west, that can assure a more fruitful life for all mankind? Will you join in that historic effort? In the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it. I do not believe that any of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it. And the glow from that fire can truly light the world. And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We've got to let you go on. I've had to let you go on now for about 5 years.
My fellow citizens of the world,
I have not used it
ask not
in about
what America will do for you,
I didn't fool
but
with it
what
when I
together
had
we
my,
can
when I was
do
getting injections in
for
my
the
knees
freedom
and
of
things like
man.
that because I was in so much pain. So this is really my first time using it.
Finally, whether you
like
are
2.5 years, 3
citizens
years,
of America
so
or citizens of the world, ask
I don't
of
want
us
to pay
here
anyone to come in
the
and
same
we
high
in my yard,
standard
we have the tools to do
of
what we need
strength
to do.
and sacrifice
That's part
which
of being
we ask of you.
self-sufficient. So
With a
I
good
am
conscience,
going to have to, my husband,
our only
y'all probably
sure
saw my
reward,
husband in the video earlier.
with history the
I was
final
taking
judge
it
of our deeds,
out of the store shed.
let us go
And,
forth to lead
we
the
had
land we
battery
love,
charger probably for a couple of
asking
weeks,
His blessing
mainly because of the rain
and
and stuff
His
like
help,
that. You know, couldn't get out here.
but
and
knowing
if the yard's
that
too
here
wet,
on
of course
earth,
it's not going to do anything.
God's
But,
work
I'm going to have to do some
must
Googling
truly
right now
be our own.
to figure out how to get the blade to point low. I used to know, but I'm going to have to do some quick research right now. And I'm going to finish tonight, this evening, before it gets dark. So that way, that part will be out the way. And all I have to do with this part right here is like de-weed. Probably do it probably de-weed this section right here, just whenever I feel like it. It'll be done by, let's say, Monday. I mean, because you could spend about 10-15 minutes out here. I could block it off in 1, 2, about 4 or 5 sections and de-weed it, you know. So that's what I want to do. And everything does need to be watered, even though it is supposed to rain. Look, the weather's so unpredictable. The rain is just, at this point, it's so unpredictable. You hear me? So I'm gonna have to get off and Google that. Yes, because I have forgotten how. Oh, I'm sorry. How to lower the blade. But anyway, you guys, look, I will catch you later. Okay, because I gotta finish this. Okay, bye bye. This is my choice to do it. All right, bye.
Let it go. You keep letting it go.
You got it break in half. Okay, as y'all can see, I am trying to attempt to mow the yard with our electric lawnmower. I've had the electric lawnmower now for about 5 years, so I really have not used it in about 2.5. I didn't fool with it when I was getting injections in my knees and things like that because I was in so much pain. So this is really my first time using it, and like I said, in about 2.5 years, 3 years. I don't want to pay anyone to come in and we eat my yard when we have the tools to do what we need to do. That's part of being self-sufficient. So I am gonna have to, my husband, y'all probably saw my husband in the video earlier. I was just taking it out of the storage shed, and we had the battery on the charger probably for a couple of weeks, mainly because of the rain and stuff like that. You know, couldn't get out here, and if the yard is too wet, of course it's not gonna do anything. But I'm gonna have to do some Googling right now to figure out how to get the blade to cut low. I used to know, but I'm gonna have to do some quick research right now, and I'm gonna finish tonight, this evening, before it gets dark. So that way, that part will be out the way, and all I have to do with this part right here is like de-weed. Probably de-weed this section right here, just whenever I feel like it. It'll be done by, let's say, Monday. I mean, because you could spend about 10-15 minutes out here. I could block it off in 1, 2, about 4 or 5 sections and de-weed it, you know. So that's what I want to do, and everything does need to be watered, even though it is supposed to rain. Look, the weather's so unpredictable. The rain is just, at this point, it's so unpredictable. You hear me? So I'm gonna have to get off and Google that. Yes, because I have forgotten how to lower the blade. But anyway, you guys, look, I will catch you later, okay? Because I gotta finish this, okay? Bye bye. It's my choice to do it. All right, bye.